Yo, what is up guys, Anthony here. Welcome back to another video. And no, the title of this video is not incorrect. Your eyes do not deceive you. Today, I'm gonna teach you how to use what I call Painmaxxing to make more money with your dropshipping store. And I wanna teach you one thing that if you implement into every single new creative that you create, whether that's an image ad or a video ad, you are going to significantly improve your chances of success when testing products and allow you to scale much further with the current product that you have. So if you're stuck at around $500 to $1,000 in revenue a day with your current product, then Painmaxxing and learning how to do this one thing with your scripts is going to completely transform your business and allow you to scale much further and make a shit ton way more money. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to walk you through step by step and teach you exactly what Painmaxxing is, how to leverage it, and make this very small, simple tweak in each and every one of your scripts. And we're gonna walk through how to do that step by step so you can start implementing this and getting better results with your dropshipping store today. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Anthony Camacho. I scaled my first ecom brand to 7 figures and have generated over 9 figures in advertising revenue over the last 6 years, scaling brands with Shopify and Facebook ads. And I have also, where is my group? Helped dozens of students now scale to 5-figure days. We've helped Till go to 6,000 euros in a single day. We've helped complete beginners get their first sales ever. We helped Tufan go to, I think it was $3,000 in a single day. Bezrikov up to 7K a day, hit his first 2.5K a day. We helped Sagi hit his first 15,000. So we helped a lot of students and I'm gonna teach you exactly what I'm teaching them. And yeah, let's not waste any time and jump into the video. Now, really quick, I want to ask if any of this sounds familiar. Oh, and by the way, we have now made it to the 2-minute mark, which my analytics show me that 90% of people don't even make it past the 2-minute mark. So as you guys know, we do this every single video. I am going to say one special word. I'm not going to say when I'm going to drop it, but it's probably going to be in the next 3 to 4 minutes. And I want you to comment that specific word down in the comments below, because not only does that prove that your brain is not completely dopamine maxed and your attention span is not completely fried from TikTok and YouTube Shorts, it also shows that number one, you're a G, and number two, we're going to be doing something really fun where at the end of the week, we are going to pick one lucky person who comments that specific word in the comments below, a free 30-day pass to God Tier Ecom, which is my private course and community. So make sure you stick around for the next couple minutes at the very least when I drop that word so you can comment that in the comments below. It is always so funny to me to see the first person that gets it because usually the video is up for like an hour or two. And then finally it takes like literally 2 hours for someone to literally sit through and watch a video that could completely transform their life and their business all the way through to the end. So make sure you stick around until we get to that word. Now, I want to ask if any of this sounds familiar. You're probably using AI to do market research and even script out your ads. You're probably using AI to write all of your ads, let's be honest. And you're probably even making the ads with ChatGPT at this point because of the image generation capabilities. Obviously, more efficient and a lot easier and a lot higher quality content than, doing it in Canva. You've probably launched 20 to 30 creatives at this point, and maybe you've made a few sales. Maybe you're actually profitable. You're doing a few $100s a day, but nothing crazy, right? You don't have that breakthrough. You don't have that one moment where you just wake up and boom, you're already at $1,000 a day. So you're kind of in this like gray area, right? And you're not sure about what's working or not working with your product. And this is especially frustrating if you're not making sales or if you're not profitable. Like if you launch a product, you've got 20 to 30 ads, you're completely grinding, you're making AI creatives, you're using Canva templates, you're stitching together content, you're using rip content. Feels like you're doing everything and you can still only manage 1 or 2 sales on a product. That is one of the most frustrating areas to be in as a beginner dropshipper. And so what happens then is you get really stressed and you can't decide if you should stick with that product or move on. And I will tell you right now, if you have done product selection correctly and you've chosen a product that is proven to sell, proven to convert, and you have irrefutable evidence that a competitor is scaling to big numbers with that product, I will tell you right now, one of the biggest mistakes that beginner dropshippers make is moving on from products too quickly. But how can you blame them? How can you be blamed? Your results are not giving you any kind of confidence that you should stick with a product. And to be frank, when you're short on capital, it can be very, very stressful. And it's a lot easier said than done to someone with very little capital to just say, hey, stick with the product and keep testing, right? So what I'm going to teach you in this video is what is called Painmaxxing. And this is seriously one of the things that if you implement is going to massively improve your chances of success with a product and allow you to take more products from product testing into actual scaling. So Painmaxxing is the deliberate leverage of your audience's deepest fears and insecurities to influence them into buying your product. And I want to make a huge distinction here, okay? Most dropshippers think that they're calling out pain points, and most dropshippers know, they're pretty sophisticated. They know that if they want to create a good script or create a good ad, especially if their audience is problem aware, then they need to call out the pain points, right? You need to leverage different pain points. You might already know that you should be testing multiple different kinds of pain points to resonate with different people. But most dropshippers do some form of this and they just call it a day. It's something like, are you tired of back pain or in the hook? But all this really does is make your customer aware of a pain point. You haven't really created a type of reaction in your audience that's actually going to influence them into behavior, or influence their behavior to drive a purchase decision. Because you have to remember, we're asking a lot with our ads. Our ads are the primary mechanism that are going to influence the behavior of someone who had no intention of buying anything today into buying a product, into entering their credit card info, adding the product to their cart, right? We're asking a lot of people. And so your ads have to truly influence behavior, and doing a simple call out like tired of back pain, or saying very vague descriptions. And honestly, if you're just writing scripts with ChatGPT, a majority of the stuff is going to come out like this, and it's super surface level. Okay. So what Painmaxxing does is it focuses on creating a visceral reaction in your viewers. Your ads should materialize your customers' deepest pains and make them resonate so strongly they have no choice but to buy. And your customers need to feel understood. They need to feel, oh my gosh, it's like he's talking right to me. Especially if you're someone who resonated with this section up here, you're probably thinking, damn, it feels like Anthony's speaking right to me. And your ads need to do the same thing. People need to feel like they're understood before they buy. And one of my mentors has this fantastic saying, which is, if you want to make people buy something, you have to make them feel something. And so if your ads are not Painmaxxing and you're not truly leveraging the kinds of insights and the kinds of language, I'm not talking about just calling out specific pain points. I'm talking about using your customer's own language to describe their deepest fears, pains, and insecurities in their own words. That is when people feel truly understood, and that is when you can compel them to take action. Any trained salesperson or experienced salesperson will tell you the same thing. And it is the exact same thing in e-commerce. We're both selling things. One is obviously sales and info or lead gen and whatnot, and ours is obviously products. So, all right, we're 8 minutes into the video, and majority of people have clicked off already at this point. So we're almost to that point where I dropped that word. So hang around for just a few more minutes. Now, to really demonstrate what Painmaxxing is, and before I get into the step-by-step, I want to borrow from one of my favorite movies of all time, Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. And yes, we're going to watch a very small snippet of this, and hopefully the audio is recording. But if it's not, I have the captions here. And I want to demonstrate what Painmaxxing is. I want to show you the scene from Revenge of the Sith when Anakin and Palpatine are talking. I forget where exactly they are, but this is the scene in the movie. Sorry, I'm going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, which you fucking should. My personal favorite Star Wars movie. This is the part in the movie where Palpatine is going to reveal himself to Anakin. And there's actually a scene here where Anakin he's not fully crossed over to the dark side. In fact, he actually pulls out his lightsaber once Palpatine reveals himself, stating that he's actually going to bring him into the Jedi Council and turn him over, basically, to the authorities. And Palpatine leverages Painmaxxing brilliantly here to influence Anakin's behavior even further to joining the dark side. So let's go ahead and watch this scene really quick. Okay. Pulls out the lightsaber. See? All right. I don't know if the audio is coming through, but Palpatine says, I know what's been troubling you. Listen to me. Don't continue to be a pawn of the Jedi Council. Okay, so what's he done there? He's leveraged Anakin's insecurity as to why the Jedi Council is using him to spy on Palpatine, someone who he trusts, why they're doing all this shady stuff, which is an insecurity in Anakin's mind, and is one of the main things that's causing him to distrust the Council. Okay, here it comes. Okay, wait. Look at that. Look at Palpatine. Master of influence right here.
Are you going to kill me? I would certainly like to.
All right. Look at this. I can feel your anger. Okay. All right. I promise this is going to be relevant.
I'm going to turn you over to the Jedi Council.
See? He says he's going to turn him over. Look at that. Describing his mental state. You're not sure of their intentions. Boom! The power to save Padme. Know the power of the dark side, the power to save Padme. So he's done a lot of different things here, and that is why ultimately Palpatine was able to shift Anakin over to the dark side. And I love this scene for demonstrating what Painmaxxing is, because he's done multiple different things here, and he's gotten to the core of what Anakin actually wants, deep down more than anything else, which is to save Padme from her inevitable death, right? And he's describing all of these things to Anakin in his own words and in the exact way that he's thinking it. And that is why Anakin feels so understood. And that is why Anakin also feels so compelled to defend Palpatine and eventually kill Mace Windu when they go to arrest him. So how do we actually, now that we've leveraged this brilliant scene from Revenge of the Sith, the greatest Star Wars movies of all time, in my opinion, I know the writing is cooked, but in my opinion, and how do we leverage that to then implement into our ads to create a visceral reaction? Okay, so let me teach you how to do this. It's very, very simple. And it really is just a very small change in the way that you approach writing scripts. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a fresh window of ChatGPT, and we're going to ask ChatGPT for a list of resources that will allow us to gain clarity into the types of thoughts that our customers have and the way they describe their pains and their desired outcomes. So what we're going to do is, for any given product, I'm going to use the example of a knee patch product, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to find me resources that will give me more insight into the types of people that buy this product. So I'll say, I need your help coming up with a list of 10 articles, Reddit forums, or any public discussion forums for people. And then we're going to insert our customer demographic. So we'll say 50 to 75 with multiple forms of, and then insert your pain point of knee pain, with the goal of understanding how people describe knee pain, the exact keywords, phrases, language, and semantics of people in this market. Our main goal is to eventually be able to describe to these people their pain in their own words. So this is the kind of starting prompt. We're just trying to find a list of 10 articles. We'll say 10 URLs for people in our customer demographic with our pain point, with the goal of understanding purely how people describe that pain in their exact keywords, language, semantics. And then we'll also add a section here, which is make sure anything that you find is a first person POV from our customer. Okay, so just type that in. And ChatGPT is very quickly going to come up with a list. You do not need the deep research prompt for this at all. You can literally just search this up. Okay, as I'm recording this, 14 minutes in, I know there's only like 2% of you people watching this video, so shout out to you 2% that have made it 14 minutes in, and your attention spans, I can tell, are not cooked. So I'm about to drop that word. Let's just go through this prompt really quickly here. So nice. Now we have 10 public forums and discussion threads where individuals aged 50 to 75 share firsthand experiences with knee pain. So as you can see, what we're going to do is first click on these links and actually just read through them. Like genuinely just read through them. Like pretend you're not going to use AI to write your scripts and actually just read through these forums so you can see. So as you can see, knee feels like it's giving way. Hi, I am 55 and I have bad osteoarthritis in my big toes and mild in my hands and knees. At least I thought it was mild until this week. My right knee became very painful on Tuesday and has worsened as the week has gone on. Today it felt as if it was going to give way, especially when I'm going downstairs. Okay. Does anyone else get this? It seems a very fast deterioration. The top of my tibia is very painful when I press on it. And as you can see, there are so many people here that are describing, and you're going to get people in this customer demographic who are going to then describe their own pain points. So we have someone here who is basically saying it feels dangerous to go down the stairs. We have another person here who is, it hurts when they drive. They literally can't even drive their car, acknowledging we are too young for knee replacements. I know we'll have to have one someday, but I'm using other methods first. Look at that. Last week it was a bit stiff and achy. Now it hurts like hell when I turn it a certain way. And we can keep going on with this. And there's just such good, this is the gold mine of information that's going to fuel your creative strategy and really make it convert like crazy. Look at this guy. Look how specific. So like, you're going to hear people say, oh, like in this example, like a surface level beginner dropshipper would say, I'm sick of taking painkillers for my knee pain. Like if they were writing a script. What an advanced dropshipper would say is, I'm sick of taking codeine and paracetamol and naproxen or whatever, you know, the stuff like these specific meds that they're taking, right? And that is how you get really specific. You can see the difference here. If I was to say in my script, hey, if you currently are struggling with knee pain and you're tired of taking codeine, paracetamol, and naproxen to actually relieve your pain compared to just saying like painkillers, right? It's a very massive difference, and the specifics really help demonstrate that you are speaking exactly to the kind of person that could want your product. So as you can see, you don't have to go through all of these forms, although I would strongly recommend, if you're serious about really scaling up a product, that you go through and read through each of these forms. Now, we're not going to do that here in this video because it would just take too long. But what we're going to do is we're going to open up the first, ideally you can do this with 10 links, but I'm just going to do the first 5 here that we have. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy paste all of this information back into ChatGPT. And we actually don't need to copy paste it directly. We can just give it the URLs. So just grab these URLs like this. Okay, and we'll do this step by step. And we'll show you how to turn this then into some really, really good ads in a second here. So bear with me. Okay, now I'll say, next, for these 5 URLs, I want you to analyze these and give me your observations around the specific language, semantics, keywords, and phrases that our customers use to describe their pain points. Please use verbatim excerpts so we can be as accurate as possible with describing our audience's pain back to them when we go to make the ads. Okay. All right. So now we're going to begin the analysis portion because we have, oh, wait. Okay. It looks like the tool ran into an error. Okay. It looks like it can still go with using verbatim. Okay. It seems to be fine here. So as you can see, now we're going to get verbatim excerpts from each of these articles into how people are describing their pain. So I feel a grinding and crunching in my knee when I walk. Jesus Christ, dude, like grinding and crunching, like crunching. You're, like crunching is like, these are my mouth strips. Crunching is like, Jesus Christ. People are feeling crunching in their knees. Okay, it feels like bone rubbing on bone. Again, so like the overarching pain point here is knee pain. But look how these people, do you see I have pain anywhere here? Obviously, you've got this one. But in terms of how people are describing their pain, they're not saying, oh, my knees hurt, right? They're saying it feels like grinding and crunching. It feels like bone rubbing on bone. My knee is swelling up so badly I can't bend it, right? And now, as you can see, as you start to read these verbatim excerpts, you're getting very specific, not only into the kinds of pain that your customer has, but the way that they describe it. So now you can take this and give it back to them in your ads. So you're not going to say, if you do a UGC video, oh, I was struggling with knee pain. You're going to say, every morning when I woke up, I felt a grinding and crunching in my knee when I walked. And then you can combine that with all these other phrases. I felt that grinding and crunching in my knee. It was scary to go down the stairs, or I felt like I couldn't even go down the stairs. Right? So now you can start to kind of see very clearly how this is all going to culminate in some really good ad scripts, right? So I can't go down, up or downstairs without bracing myself. My knee buckles unexpectedly and I nearly fall. Okay, so now that we have all of these specific takeaways and pain descriptors, what we're going to do now is we're going to actually write the script for our ad. And hopefully I'll have enough time in this video to actually contrast it with a regular script. So let's go ahead and now create a very, very simple script using everything that we've learned here. All right, so we'll basically say, great work. Now I'd like to create a 45-second UGC ad script from the first person POV of someone in our market, in our, we'll say target audience. Imagine that this person is someone who is also posting on these forums. And imagine that person has just found our product. So we're saying, imagine someone is you're writing from the POV of someone who's posting on these forums. And then imagine that this person has just found our product and transformed their life and knee pain by buying our product. And then we're going to insert our product here. We'll say Joint Labs, herbal knee patches. And if you have existing customer research documents or other resources that can bring the AI up to speed on your product, feel free to add them in here. I'm just going to write the script flat out here. So imagine this person, someone who's also posting on these forums. Write the script, making sure to use verbatim customer language from your analysis to ensure we describe the pain and problems in our customers' words as closely as possible, with the goal of making them feel understood so they then feel compelled to take action. Okay. Now let's go ahead and just enter in that prompt here. And we're going to go ahead and write the script. Okay. So awesome. Here we go. All right. Feels like bone. Okay. This one's pretty good so far. We could probably do a little bit more. I've been dealing with this awful knee pain for years. It felt like bone rubbing on bone, that deep throbbing ache that would shoot down my leg and keep me up all night. Some days my knee would swell so bad I couldn't even bend it stairs. I had to brace myself just to get up and down and forget sleeping. My knee felt like it was on fire at night. Honestly, thought this was just how life would be now, but then I came across these Joint Labs herbal knee patches and I figured, what do I have to lose? Okay, so this is a pretty good start. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to bring this into a different tool and show you the difference between ChatGPT and another tool that I really like for script writing, which is called Claude. So that script was already pretty good, but what we want to do now is take all of this information and we're going to give the exact same script to Claude. So let's go like this. And then let's literally just copy paste our prompt here. And let's go ahead and generate this inside of Claude. Because honestly, I feel like the creative side of Claude is much stronger. Okay. Nice. Here we go. See what we got here. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's the script. That is the script. Damn, look at that. 3 months ago, I couldn't even walk up my stairs without bracing myself. Every morning, I feel this grinding and crunching in my knee. It literally felt like bone rubbing on bone. At night, it was unbearable, like my knee was on fire. I tossed and turned because the aching kept me up. And the worst part, my knee would just buckle unexpectedly and I'd nearly fall. Then I found blah, 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 these patches. So as you can see, now we have a specific script that is now leveraging this idea of Painmaxxing to describe to our customers in their own words exactly the kind of pain that our product solves. And this is going to lead to your customers feeling more understood. And when they feel more understood, they're going to feel more compelled to take action. Now, let me show you an example of how you can turn this into a UGC ad by going over to a tool like ArcAds. You can also use a tool such as, I think Bands Off Ads is probably the best, most cheapest tool for AI UGC right now. But I want to show you the finished product and why this is so powerful once you start Painmaxxing in all of your ads. So as you can see, I'll only play a very short snippet of this.
If you're over 60 and suffering.
So, I don't know if I'm recording, unfortunately, like the audio, but it's basically, as you can see, we have very specific pain points in here. Osteoarthritis. We have that bone rubbing on bone. We have the grinding sensation. We have the popping and the crunching. I almost said another word there. But now you can turn this into AI UGC. And even within ChatGPT, you can start to create image concepts from scratch. So you can say, come up with 5 image concepts we could use to leverage these highly specific descriptions and of the pain. And now you're going to get 5 image ad concepts. Okay. As you can see, boom, look at that. So what's great with this is we know, based on like, even for simple image ad concepts, we know that, based on the research that we've done, we have specific instances of people saying they feel scared when they're going downstairs. So instead of doing, as you can see, the transformation here is, instead of doing a before and after where it's just like, something super generic, now you have specific situations such as people going down the stairs that, again, your customer is going to see and envision themselves in and have that visceral reaction that's necessary for them to actually be compelled to take action. And so now you can either turn this into actual video scripts, and now you can see, as you can see, it's incorporating that specific language from the research that we've done. And you can even generate image ad concepts as well. So now you have this fuel leveraging Painmaxxing to be able to create ads that are really authentic and genuine to your customers' actual experiences. It's going to make them feel understood. And when they feel understood, they're going to buy. All right. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always. And if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And by the way, we're at that point in the video. This was a bit of a longer video. So if you stuck around to the end and you actually made it to this word that I'm about to drop in the comments, then you are a real one. So let's come up with a word. Let's come up with something that's really just like, people are just going to be like, what the hell? And again, I want you to comment this word in the comments below, no context, just so people have no idea what we're actually commenting. They're just gonna have no idea. Let's go ahead and comment. Let's go ahead and comment aura maxing in the comments below. If you comment aura maxing in the comments below, number one, you're gonna prove that your brain is not completely dopamine maxed. But number two, you're also gonna be entered into a chance to win a free subscription into God Tier Ecom. So if you made it around to this point in the video, just comment aura maxing. Just like that. Don't tell anyone. And we'll have a little inside joke for the people that actually have attention spans that are not fried. So guys, comment aura maxing in the comments below if you're a real one and you're a G. And if you want to get access and potentially win access into God Tier Ecom, we're going to do a fun thing at the end of the week. We're going to pick one lucky person who comments that word below to get that free month trial so you can get access inside. Now, if you're someone who's currently wondering, what do you actually get access to when you join God Tier Ecom? For those of you that don't know, God Tier Ecom is my private course and community. And when you join, you will get access to 3 things. Number one is the community. And this is where we have all of the amazing and incredible hardworking entrepreneurs just like you who are starting and scaling their branded dropshipping businesses, some to even 5 figures in a single day. And so when you join, you get access to this community. And guys, like I have learned so freaking much from some of the people in here. We've got guys in here doing 6-figure months, and you just learn so much. Even myself, there's so much that I've learned, so much that I've taken away that's allowed me to expand my business and scale even further. So you get access to that community. You also get access to a bunch of stuff. So the first thing is the masterclass. And this is my full complete course that shows you step-by-step how to start and scale a branded dropshipping business to $1,000 a day. Everything from doing the product research, building the Shopify store, Literally from Shopify sign up all the way to fully built out store, how to write advertorials and pre-sale pages, how to use Funnelish, how to make creatives. We go through systematic creative testing and how to run the Facebook ads, of course. So you get access to that. You also get access to a bunch of free shit. So you get access to a lot of the top spy tools on the market right now, which is well worth over about $6,000 per year. And you get access to all of my themes, free paid themes that you literally get access to on the unlimited license. So you'll never have to worry about them going down. You also get access to Funnelish templates and way more bonuses inside as well. Live recordings, and you can even unlock one-on-one coaching calls if you level up inside of the community for completely free. So, last thing I forgot is obviously access to my private supplier who I've been working with over the last 5 years. So you'll get access to all of that. And then of course, you'll get access to weekly Q&A calls where you can get live real-time feedback. You can ask questions. We can go through ad accounts, go through creatives, and you can get the one-on-one personalized time with me to actually get past any inefficiencies or roadblocks that you're currently facing in with your business. So it's honestly like getting live coaching for multiple hours per week, which is honestly, in my opinion, the most valuable part of joining God Tier Ecom. So if you want access to the community, if you want access to the complete masterclass, all of the free stuff, all of the bonuses, the weekly Q&A calls, and even the one-on-one coaching calls, and you're serious about starting and scaling a branded dropshipping business to $1,000 a day, and you're serious about joining a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who have the same ambitions in life as you, then I would strongly encourage you to check out God Tier Ecom. It's the first link in the description. We're going to be raising the price at the end of the month, so now is your best opportunity to lock in the current price, and you will never have to pay any of the increased prices as the price goes up. On top of that, there is a 7-day money back guarantee. So you can join the community, try it out for a week. And if you don't get any value at all, or if you just don't like it for whatever reason, you can get your money back. So you can literally get a free 7-day risk-free trial. So if you want access to the community, the classroom, the coaching, all that stuff and all the bonuses, click the first link in the description to join God Tier Ecom. Otherwise, make sure you comment the special word down in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.